Hello friends, my name is Tawfiq and you're watching my channel Graphics Den. So in this video we are going to see the brush tool. So brush tool has so many properties, so I'll try to explain each and every one of them. So first of all, if when we select the brush tool, we can select certain properties from this drop down menu which is present here. Same panel we can obtain by clicking, or rather right clicking on the workspace. You will get the same panel. So we can either change the size of the brush and hardness of the brush. First of all, let me keep the hardness to 100, which is the maximum value for hardness, and size we can select however if we want. We can select the size from here either, or we can use the shortcut keys as we have discussed earlier. We can use the square brackets opening and closing to increase and decrease the size. So let's say I keep it to 400 for now. So whatever color is present on the foreground, so let me change the color. Let's say I choose blue color. So that color will be applied to the brush or the brush strokes, whatever you draw. If I change it to another color, then those stroke will appear. So let us see the basic properties one by one. First we have the opacity. Opacity is pretty clear. If we decrease the opacity, the transparency will increase. Let's say this is the 100 opacity. If I decrease the opacity, it will become semi-transparent. So it is opposite to transparency, opacity. Then we have the flow. If we draw some stroke using the brush tool, this is the 100 flow. If I decrease the value of the flow, then you will get a discontinuous stroke rather than a continuous stroke, because we have decreased the value of the flow. So these are pretty basic properties. Now smoothing is a little bit different from these two properties. Smoothing helps us to draw a smooth stroke. What I mean by that, let's say if I draw a stroke, no matter how much I try, I cannot draw, or it is difficult to draw a smooth stroke. So if I increase this smoothing level to 100, maximum value is 100, then I'll get a smoother stroke as compared with the earlier stroke. This is the stroke with 0. So this is with 100. So our stroke becomes smoother when we keep the value to maximum, smoothing value to maximum. Now we will get into some other properties now. So this is the mode. Now presently we are working on the normal mode. So this is the normal mode. Before moving further, I will create a new layer from this layer panel. If you don't see this layer panel, you can simply go to Window and turn it on, the layer panel, by clicking over here, or you can simply press the F7 key on the keyboard. I will create a new layer by clicking over here, create new layer. So we have the layer option here. If we want larger thumbnails, so these thumbnails are a bit smaller right now, you can simply right click on the empty space on the layer panel and you can increase the thumbnail size. So let's say if I want small thumbnail, we can also get this by clicking over here on these 4 lines and panel option. Same option we can get from here, or you can simply right click. If you don't have any empty area left, you can simply click over here and go to panel option. You can change the thumbnail size. But remember, if you select the larger thumbnail size, we have to scroll down. If we create more layers, then we have to scroll down. So it depends upon your work, on your job, how many layers you create. So you can increase or decrease the thumbnail size. from here. So let's say I create a dot by using the brush tool. I simply clicked over here, but what happens when I change the mode? Let's say if I keep it to dissolve, you cannot see much difference over here, but what happens if I decrease the hardness? I have kept the hardness to 0, then this is different. So this is normal and this is dissolve. So as you change the modes, the properties also change and it looks different. So if we want to see the difference, what exactly happens, we can try this out on some image. So let's say if I drag this out, or you can simply click over here. Let's say if I click over here, this is normal and this is dissolve. Or let's say if we keep it to normal, let me create a layer first, then I'll choose normal. We can also increase the size because we have drawn the stroke on the different layer, so that we can increase or decrease the size of this layer. Now these same properties of the brush that we have, these same properties are there on the layer panel. These are same properties. So this is the normal mode. So let's say if I click over here, and I can simply press the down arrow key, or I can scroll my mouse button as well, not an issue. You can either scroll the mouse button or you can simply press the downward key. So as you can see, as the mode changes or the blending mode changes, the effect also changes. So if you want some kind of a different effect, we can use this blending option either from here, or you can simply let's say lighten. This is the lighten mode. So if we choose the lighten mode from here, we will get a similar effect. Let's say I'll choose another layer. Yeah. So we will get similar effect from here. So we can change. Look, let's say if I change it to soft light, and again I will change mode to soft light, we will get the. But remember one thing, while drawing it from here and this one, it has to be on the same layer. If you create it on the different layer, the effect will be different. So these are some different effect. These are very interesting effects actually. So you have to work on it, and we have to experiment on it. So see how it works really. So you have to keep working on it. There is different property to different modes. Okay, so these were the modes of the brush. So what if I want to change the brush size? Not size, shape of the brush. Size we can change using this or using the square bracket. What if I want to change the shape of the brush? So we can do it in a couple of ways. You have to simply click over here. This is the brush setting panel. This is the brush setting panel, which is also present over here. Brush setting. You can simply press F5 and go to the brush tip shape option. This is the brush tip shape option. So I'll keep it the hardness to 100 first of all. So this is our normal stroke. What if I increase the spacing? So we will get this kind of an effect. I will decrease it again. So this is our effect. Now if I want this brush to be a bit different, like a calligraphic brush, then I can simply change the roundness of the brush by changing this value, or you can simply click over here and change the value. You can also rotate this brush either from here or from here. Let's see if I keep it to this one. Now we have gotten a little bit kind of a calligraphic brush, so I can draw some letters if I want. I'll go to layers panel first and delete this one and create a new layer. Again I will draw some letters. I'll try to draw some letters. Let's see if I want to draw S. So as you can see, this stroke is not smooth, so what I can do, I can simply increase the smoothing level, then the stroke will be much smoother. So you can try to draw different letters. Undo. If you click and press and hold the shift button, you will get straight line, but remember you have to click it first, then start drawing. What if I press the shift button first, then it will continue the stroke. I'm holding the shift button, so it will continue your stroke. So if you don't want to continue your stroke, then click, then shift button, then release the shift button, and then you can continue. So this is how you can draw any stroke. So these are the properties that you can draw: size, hardness, and spacing. Furthermore, we are going to see these values in the next video, but for now let's see if I want to select different brush. So you can simply go to this drop down menu and we can select the brushes from this panel. So presently we are working with general brushes. Let's see if I go to legacy brushes, and we have some interesting brushes in legacy brush option. Special effect brushes, go to special effect brush. So I'll select first brush. This is azalea, type of a flower. So this is how it looks if I draw using the azalea brush. Now why we are getting two colors? Because we have selected red color in the background, in the foreground, and in the background white color was already there. So if I change the background color, let's say, so this will change it to that two color, like a red color and blue color. So whatever color you choose, that will change or that will affect our brush. So you can create whatever design you want on your images, on your project. So what happens if I choose some other brush? Let's see if I select this brush, then we get butterflies. Now if you look carefully, the butterfly are of multiple colors. So how to obtain these multiple color options, or how to even obtain two colors? So these are pretty simple options actually. For that we are going to select the basic brush tool again. So this is the basic brush tool which only gives us single color. So again we will be using our brush setting option. So this is our single color. So first of all, let us see how to scatter our brush. So for scattering, we can use this scattering option. As we have seen, this butterfly brush is scattered. It is not in a straight line. It is scattered, pretty much similar to the azalea brush. So how to scatter our brush stroke? So let me select the brush stroke first. By using this brush setting, which we got from here, or which is also present over here, just go to the brush setting and click on this scattering menu, scattering option. Click over here, then we get these options, and we can keep our eye over here. If we increase the scatter option, it will scatter. And what I'll do is I'll go to brush tip shape and I'll increase the spacing. so that we can differentiate. So this will, I'll select some darker color. So this has, you know, scattered our normal brush. If we turn off this option, then we will get our normal brush stroke. So this is the scattered, but as we can see, all the brushes are similar in size. What if we want to change the brush size? We can simply go to shape dynamics and we can change the brush size or the variation in brush size. So we can see there are smaller brushes, bigger brushes, so there is a variation in brush. They are not constant. So this is the size jitter, and if you want to keep minimum diameter to a certain value, we can use this option. Angle jitter, once we change the brush size from circle, because if you rotate circle we won't be seeing any difference. So first of all, let me change the roundness jitter. As you can see, the roundness had changed and the brush is becoming oval shaped. So now we can see the difference if we change the angle option. But interesting thing is, there is only one color yet. So what if we want multiple colors? Then we have to go to color dynamics. Go to color dynamics and change. Now see, we will get the multiple colors. But what if the hue option is at 0? Then we won't be getting any color, multiple colors or color variation. So if you want variation in color, then we have to increase the hue value. The more the hue value, the more variation we will get in the brush color. So we have seen shape dynamics, scattering, color dynamics and brush tip shape. There are plenty of other options that we will going to cover in the next video, because otherwise this video will become even longer. This has already become a longer video, but it will become even longer. So we will cover that in the next video. But for now, practice this brush option. These are very interesting brush options. We can also download some free brushes from the internet. We will also cover this in the next video. And we can also create some brushes using our pixels from our images. So I think that is enough for this video. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, then give me a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye and cheers.